7-point halftime lead for quarterback Jeff Garcia and the San Francisco 49ers over the Dallas Cowboys. Kenny Albert along with Tim Green. Charlie Garner, big first half, and both teams capitalized on long pass interference calls.
Yeah, Garner's got almost 100 yards, and not only does that give them time on the ground and eat up the clock, it's also opened up the play action passing. And then for the Cowboys, we finally saw their offense get to where they've got to be. They've got to push the ball downfield as they did on their scoring drive right before halftime.
And we'll take a look now at the first half numbers.
Well, there you see the rush yards that the 49ers have. That's really been most of their offense. But they also had a passing touchdown that came off of the play action to Terrell Owens because of the focus on Garner. And then over here, the passing yards for the Cowboys, 102. That's what they've got to do. They have to keep attacking that young 49ers secondary if they want to win this football game.
Micah Noor getting set to kick off. And the second half is underway from Dallas. Kevin Williams from the 2-yard line. Williams cutting right across the 20. Taken down at the 26-yard line. Chris Brazel made the special teams tackle for the Cowboys.
Well, Kenny, Troy Aikman started this game out kind of sluggishly, and then he had the interception, and Garcia was able to take advantage and drive his team into the end zone. But you look at Aikman's numbers have come back pretty nicely besides the interception, and it's really Garcia whose completion percentage is down a little bit. He's also had, Garcia's had 3 balls I can remember dropped, 2 by Jerry Rice, 1 by J.J. Stokes.
Garcia has been at 60% or better in each of the first 3 games. Here's Garner, and Charlie Garner goes over the 100-yard mark for the 9th time in his career. He did it 3 times last year. Garner 97 yards in the first half and 5 more on that carry.
And I'll be surprised if the Cowboys defense doesn't start to commit Darren Woodson, the strong safety, up to the line to build an 8-man front and shut Garner down.
There's Woodson, the 5-time Pro Bowler.
Now, and remember, the reason they keep the safeties out is to help the cornerbacks.
Quick drop, 2nd and 5. Garcia hits the fullback, Fred Beasley, but he was met immediately by Darren Woodson, a gain of just 1.
And that's exactly what the Cowboys did. And they have to, because Garner has been chewing them up pretty good today. And so you've got to bring Darren Woodson right up into the action. So he's right up there on the line of scrimmage, and because he's there, he's able to make this tackle. Wasn't a run play, but the short pass almost becomes a run.
Mike Zimmer, the Cowboys defensive coordinator. 3rd and 4 off the play fake. Garcia airing it out, and wide open is Jerry Rice. And Rice takes it into the end zone. 67 yards, the 181st score of Rice's career. More than any other player in the history of the NFL. Is 170th through the air, 181 in all, and the 49ers extend their lead.
Well, Felipe Sparks was the man with the coverage. He's locked up on Jerry Rice, and Sparks ends up on the ground. He trips on Jerry Rice's feet, and Rice is wide open, and Garcia finds him. Sparks comes in to replace Kareem Larimore, the rookie.
Sparks, the longtime Giant, signed at the end of the preseason by the Cowboys, and he was beaten by Rice for the touchdown. The sold-out crowd here at Texas Stadium silenced by the 68-yard touchdown pass from Jeff Garcia to Jerry Rice. 49ers lead is back up to a pair of touchdowns. Richey's kickoff bounces out of bounds, so the Cowboys will get it at their own 40.
Off out of bounds, kicking team. The ball will be placed at 30 yards from the spot of the kick. First down.
And Kenny, just like the other passing touchdown Watch the play action here, and the play action, the fake run, freezes the safeties so that Felipe Sparks is isolated man-to-man with Jerry Rice. See the run action there over here? And that's what draws the safeties up. So when Felipe Sparks trips, Jerry Rice is wide open with no one between him and the end zone.
Second touchdown pass of the day for Jeff Garcia. 2 of his 9 completions have been scores. Now the Cowboys start from their own 40-yard line. Dallas's last drive, 3 plays, 83 yards and a touchdown. Emmitt Smith bottled up again. So Jeff Garcia and the 49ers looking for their first win of the year after starting 0-3 for the first time since 1979, and they lead by 14.
And you know, the Cowboys, the last ranked defense, it's going to be crushing to their self-identity.
Aikman calls timeout with the play clock winding down.
A few laughs.
No laughs here in Dallas as the Cowboys trail by a pair of touchdowns with a record of 1 and 2.
And they have got to throw the ball downfield.
2nd and 8. Aikman looking in trouble. Ball is loose, and it looks as if the 49ers have it. They do. Jeff Posey on the recovery. Second Dallas turnover of the game.
You know, this is a gutsy call by defensive coordinator Jim Mora for the 49ers, because he blitzes on this play, and that means that these guys out here, Ahmed Plummer out here, I mean, they've got to play man-to-man. They've got to have coverage. They've got to have good coverage. And here it is on the other side. Here's Rocket Ismail and Monty Montgomery with the coverage, and I think really the pressure just comes too fast and furious, and that thing just closes down too quickly.
Brenson Buckner knocked the ball free. Jeff Posey recovered it.
And the 49ers defensive line, they crushed that pocket. I mean, Aikman had receivers open downfield, but he couldn't see him. He couldn't get to him because that pocket closed so rapidly around it.
So the 49ers offense takes over at the Cowboys 35-yard line. Already leading 24-10. Off the reverse, Jerry Rice throwing downfield for Terrell Owens, and it's broken up by George Teague.
That is outstanding discipline by George Teague. Outstanding. It's a double reverse pass. So everyone is playing the reverse. There it is. And then Jerry Rice goes to throw it. And George Teague just does a beautiful job of seeing Terrell Owens come across the defense and staying with him and playing him.
2nd and 10. Charlie Garner down to the 31-yard line, a gain of 4. So we've seen some trickery from both coaches today. The fake punt from the Cowboys earlier, and now the double reverse pass attempt by Jerry Rice.
And this is such a critical series right here, a critical set of downs for the Cowboys defense, because they got to stop them, or otherwise this game is going to be opened up by a 21-point deficit. So whenever you have a turnover, it is so imperative for a defense to answer the call with a big play of their own.
3 wide receivers, 3rd and 6. And the 49ers keep it on the ground with Garner. And McNeil makes the tackle after a gain of just 1, so the Cowboys hold.
And an excellent job by Leon Lett. Leon Lett had the penetration into the backfield and the control so that he doesn't give, watch him get right up into the backfield here, so he doesn't give Garner room to run. And then once he bounces him back and forces him to redirect, the rest of the Cowboys defense can use their speed to run him down.
Wade Richey hit from 38 earlier. This a 48-yard attempt. And Richey's kick is good. 48-yard field goal. And the 49ers extend their lead. It is now 27-10.
Now what makes Randy Moss so good? I think it's his feet. I think it's his hands. I think it's his eyes. Retrieve! Get away from me!
Don't miss the wildest hour of pregame coverage in the business, featuring Julian Barbery's forecast and Jimmy Kimmel's upset special on America's most animated pregame show. The Fox NFL Sunday pregame show next week at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific.
This fall, meet the faculty of Boston Public.
Are you telling me that you're sexually active?
I think so, but my boyfriend thinks I should, move around more and wiggle.
Premieres Monday, October 23rd at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
The 49ers in Dallas looking for their first road victory since last September, leading by 17. Wade Richey's kickoff is taken by Michael Wiley, 3 yards deep. Wiley out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Pearson Prelo made the stop. 30-yard return by Wiley. Coming up on Fox Saturday Baseball, the final Saturday of the regular season. Some of you will see the Expos and the Mets. Others, the Blue Jays and Indians, Rangers and A's, Mariners and Angels. Check local listings for the game and time in your area. Saturday Baseball on Fox.
And who would have ever thought that Troy Aikman would be booed in this stadium walking out onto the field? It just happened.
Aikman to the end. On first down, and the pass is caught. Both times he has heard loud boos. He comes back with a long completion into 49ers territory. This time 26 yards to McKnight.
Look at folks, all you have to do is give Troy Aikman a little bit of time and give him a receiver that's open, and he's going to complete the football. McKnight breaks right into the center of the defense, right underneath the zone, and the ball is delivered perfectly. That's what Troy Aikman does. Now let's look at the protection. It's a little bit of a play action to slow that defensive line down. Aikman this time has a pocket to throw from.
From the 49ers, 47. Aikman's pass is caught by Ismail. He took a hard hit from Monty Montgomery after a gain of 5 yards.
But again, it's a timing pass. Look, the Cowboys have got to keep doing it. Remember they did it right before the half. I said they've got to throw the ball downfield. They've got to get this passing offense going. They did it. They went down. They scored. They've got to do the same thing now.
And as Dave Campo told us yesterday, this offense was designed for Troy Aikman. Second and 6 from the 43.
There's a blitz.
3 wide receivers. Aikman's pass incomplete. Ismail thought he was held up by Jeff Posey. No flag.
Oh, really, the 49ers have been incredibly successful with their blitzing. And you have to credit Jim Moore, the defensive coordinator, because he's chosen his blitzes carefully. And he's also, watch these guys come. He's flooding an area. See, there's only a couple blockers there, and he floods the area, and guys are coming unblocked. So Troy Aikman has to rush that pass, and it's off. The timing is off.
3rd down and 6. Aikman's pass was caught and then knocked away by Jason Webster, the rookie out of Texas A&M.
And John Keith also, who's also a rookie. So here you've got Rocket Ismail, your #1 receiver out there. You deliver the ball, and a couple of rookies just pound the daylights out of him, and he drops it. I mean, these are the kind of play. You know, Aikman needs some help too.
There are 9 rookies on the 49ers defense. 3 started today's game. And they've done a terrific job. Kevin Williams back deep. End over end. Williams lets it go, and the Cowboys down it on the 1-yard line. A 42-yard kick. Chris Brazel with a terrific special teams work for Dallas. And we take you back January of 1994 right here at Texas Stadium. The NFC Championship game. Emmitt Smith scored 2 touchdowns for the Cowboys. Steve Young battered by the tenacious Dallas defense. And the Cowboys prevailed 38-21 as Jimmy Johnson led Dallas to a second straight Super Bowl triumph over the Buffalo Bills 1 week later. One of 6 NFC Championship games between the Cowboys and the 49ers. 49ers start at their own 2-yard line. And Charlie Garner is hit for a loss of a yard on the first down carry.
Well, that's nice interior defense.
The 49ers, excuse me, Tim, have scored on 5 of their last 6 possessions. On 2nd and 10, Garcia's pass is caught out at the 12-yard line by the tight end, Greg Clark.
Greg Clark
49ers get some breathing room as Troy Aikman chats with Randall Cunningham on the Cowboys sideline.
And look, you can see the frustration, and you know, Troy Aikman's got to be angry.
Randall said, hey, I'm just here as the backup. He was signed basically as an insurance policy.
Well, Randall Cunningham, not only has he played extremely well Monday night to help them win that game, he also shown great class and dignity in the way that he handled this and the way he cut off this controversy.
Brandon Noble has replaced the injured Leon Lett. Garcia on the keeper on 3rd and inches. And the 49ers do pick up the first down.
And that's a good job by Steve Mariucci's offense to get themselves out of that pit. Because the thing about being backed up down there is you're going to give up big field position. You don't want to let the Cowboys offense have that ball in your territory after a punt.
Midway through the 3rd quarter, 49ers leading by 17. Jerry Rice in motion. Charlie Garner up middle for a gain of 2. The 49ers offense very impressive here today. Remember, they came in averaging 25 points per game. They punted on their first possession. They've scored on 5 of the last 6. The only time they did not, the clock ran out at halftime.
Yeah, and you also have to notice for this field goal, they only had to go 28 yards. And for this touchdown, they only had to go 28 yards because of 2 Cowboys turnovers. Both of them, Troy Aikman's, an interception by Aikman and a fumble by Aikman.
10 points off the 2 Dallas turnovers. Off the play fake. Garcia's pass is caught by Rice, but he's taken down by Ryan McNeil for a loss of 3.
You want to talk about a guy who's got a motor. I mean, Dexter Coakley on this play is just running all over the football field. This is great linebacker play here. Watch Coakley. He's going to come right up into the line of scrimmage. He's going to be after Garcia. Now watch him here. Now he comes back and then helps make the tackle on Jerry Rice. That's just the kind of relentlessness that makes Coakley a really good linebacker.
Coakley a Pro Bowler after last season. Garcia calls time.
Series premiere Tuesday, October 3rd on Fox.
Back in Dallas, and 49ers quarterback Jeff Garcia has enjoyed nice pass protection all season long. Only 2 sacks so far, tied for fewest in the NFL. And this is a pass play right here where he's going to need that protection again.
4 wide receivers in the game. And Garcia's pass caught by Garner, running for the first down marker, and he picks up the first down up at the 26-yard line. A gain of 15.
And the pressure came from the Cowboys front 7. But the 49ers offensive line picks it up. Look at, here comes the blitz from the outside. They pick it up, and he dumps the ball off to Garner. Ray Brown gets downfield, blocks the linebacker, and it's a first down. The other thing you saw on that play was Garcia had a blitzer come pretty much free on him, but he's got that quick release. He gets rid of the ball. The time that it takes the decision to be made and the ball to be out of his hands is a flicker.
There's Garner across the 30 to the 31. And for an update on the Rams and the ball. Garner up to the 35-yard line. Baron Wortham made the tackle after a gain of 2.
I guarantee you they replayed that one and challenged it to see if he was down. So I'm sure that they found that, in fact, he wasn't down. And it was a heads-up play by the Rams defense. You know, that defense has struggled so far this season.
In fact, the 49ers offense chewed them up last week.
Yeah, and that, I'm interested to see when the Rams meet the Tampa Bay Bucks, when the best offense goes against the best defense.
On 3rd and 2, Garcia on the bootleg.
Wow.
First down and more. Finally taken down, a hard hit at the 34. The ball popped loose.
A fumble.
Garcia was not ruled down. Ryan McNeil has it. Now the officials discussing whether or not Garcia was down. And it looks like he was, so the 49ers will retain possession.
Again, I didn't hear a whistle. I don't know if Garcia just missed the handoff and ran this bootleg on his own.
Ruling on the field is down by contact. San Francisco's ball, 1st and 10.
Well, if the ruling again, if it's down by no, this is a bootleg. This is just a pure bootleg by Jeff Garcia, and he uses that excellent speed. Wow, he took a pounding too. You know, this may end up being, that's going to be a fine for Felipe Sparks one way or the other. That'll cost him $7,500 because he hits Garcia right in the head. Yeah, I can't tell from that speed whether or not he was down or not.
4-6.
It was the longest run of Garcia's NFL career, 33 yards down to the Cowboys 32.
Dave Campos saying, look, I'm hitting the buzzer. I want to challenge this. He's got the red flag there too. He threw the flag out. That's in case the electric buzzer doesn't work, and the referee's telling Jeff Triplett saying, no, you can't replay that.
The ruling on the field of down by contact is not a reviewable play. Dallas is not charged a timeout. 1st and 10, San Francisco.
And we saw that back in the first half when Kevin Williams on the return was down at the 17-yard line, then took it into the end zone, but that is not a reviewable play. Down by contact cannot be reviewed.
Yeah. It looked like the ball came out of there, though, before he was down. But it can't be reviewed, so it might as well forget about it.
Here's Garner down to the 29-yard line, a gain of 3 with 3.5 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and the 49ers in control, leading the Cowboys 27-10.
And that was a huge turnaround, or would have been a huge turnaround if they did rule that play a fumble.
Second and 7 upcoming from the Dallas 29. Off the play fake. Garcia under pressure, dumps it off to Ty Streets. His first catch of the day, second of the season. Michael Myers made the stop after a gain of 6.
Well, it's a good thing the Cowboys defensive line got some pressure on Garcia there, because Greg Clark, the tight end, was running wide open in the secondary. You know, the defense bought the play action. Again, it's that they faked the run. There's the play action. Watch Clark right here. Look at this. I mean, he could run through George Teague for a touchdown on that play, but the pressure prevented Garcia from seeing it.
On 3rd and 1, the fullback Fred Beasley has the first down. So the 49ers move the chains with just over 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Now the 49ers have done a terrific job on 3rd downs today. That was one of their problems over the first 3 weeks, especially last week against the Rams. They are 7 for 11 on 3rd downs today.
And their running game has been able to eat up the clock to really rest their defense. And look at Garcia's numbers in this second half. Perfect. James.
Garner up the middle. Down to the 18.
You know, one of the reasons Garcia's had some success in this second is Garcia's mobility in the pocket. He's got great presence and he's got great feet.
2nd and 6 from the 18. Garner down to the 11. Greg Ellis made the tackle. You know, Garcia, although it's only his 2nd year in the NFL, he is 30 years of age. He had 5 years of pro experience up in Canada. Playing with Calgary, he was the MVP of the Grey Cup in 1998. So he does have experience running a pro offense. Bill Walsh has always liked him.
And he's done a really fine job with this offense so far this season. 49ers are 0-3 because they've been burnt defensively in the pass game.
1st and 10 from the 11. Troy Garner adding to his totals. He is well over 100 yards rushing in the game, now 135. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter with the 49ers in control. We'll return to Dallas after a word from your local station. It's 27-10. Kenny Albert, Jim Green from Texas Stadium. And the 49ers on the move. Remember, this drive started all the way back at their own 2-yard line. And they face 2nd and 6 from the Dallas 7.
And Jeff Garcia has been really impressive on this drive and the entire second half. Charlie Garner with 136 yards on the ground on the day.
2nd down, 6.
Penalty markers on 2nd down.
Both start offense, 74. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
It's Dave Fiore, and what he saw was the blitz start to come up to the line of scrimmage. Saw the linebackers advance onto the line of scrimmage, and that's what made him jump. See this here? Linebackers here and here. You got Wortham, and you got Hambrick. Right.
Penalty forces the 49ers back 5 yards. 2nd and 11. Garner, terrific second effort. Pulls his way down to the 5. And some extracurricular activity after the tackle.
Boy, Garner drove his right guard, Dave Fiore, right into the ground. He had so much speed built up. Looked like Fiore got hit in the back with a missile. Garner cuts this thing back. He starts it to the left. He cuts it back to the right. Watch him hit Fiore. Wham! So a nice job of Fiore blocking linebacker Darren Hambrick downfield.
3rd and 4 from the 5. Garcia looking end zone and a penalty marker. The catch was made by Jerry Rice.
That was some outstanding blitz pickup by the 49ers offensive line.
Pass interference, defense, number 20. Penalties decline. Touchdown, San Francisco.
2nd touchdown reception of the day for Jerry Rice.
And the 2nd time he's beaten Cowboys cornerback Felipe Sparks.
Richey for the point after. It is now 34-10 San Francisco. Garcia 7 for 7 in the second half. Back in Irving, Texas. 49ers have gotten the job done on both sides of the ball. They lead the Cowboys now 34-10. 2 touchdown receptions for Jerry Rice. Jeff Garcia has thrown for 3 TDs. This is Jason Tucker for the Cowboys. Tucker out to the 27-yard line. A 25-yard return. Jeff Posey made the stop.
Kenny, so many good things happened on that last touchdown that we'll show you after this play, and we'll see a couple of them. You just pick the ones you want to see. First of all, it's a play action pass. You're going to see a great pocket here. You're going to see a great fake by Garner and a block on the blitzing linebackers. And then Rice just breaks it to the inside. So Garcia has the protection. Rice has the moves. And Garcia throws a perfect pass. Which one did you like the best? Which element of that?
I liked all of them. Crowd here certainly did not. Aikman's pass caught by Chris Warren. Out to the 36. Lance Schulters made the stop. A gain of 9. So Jerry Rice, who was frustrated earlier, now with 171 career touchdown receptions. Chris Carter well behind in second place all time. Aikman's pass intended for Tucker. John Keith, the hard-hitting rookie, on the coverage.
You know, at the beginning of the game, in the pregame show, Terry Bradshaw said that he would have started Randall Cunningham. And you know, the reason why he said it is because this offense, if you're not going to give the quarterback protection, and if you don't have receivers that are going to be able to catch the football downfield, then you would want Randall Cunningham, who can scramble around and improvise.
On 3rd and 1, a botched handoff, but a good recovery. Chris Warren into 49ers territory. He collided with Aikman initially, but recovers to gain 17.
You know, sometimes when you collide like that, it throws the defense's timing completely off because they see the handoff and they expect him to get to the line sooner than he does. And so a lot of times it'll force them to overrun the play. I think that's what happened to Lance Schulters.
Spoken by a former defensive lineman.
Yeah. And Ismael is
Ismael replaced by Chris Brazel. 1st and 10 from the 49ers 46. Aikman to McKnight. Down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 21 yards.
No, it really, it looks simple. And it has to make you wonder how come they haven't done more of this kind of stuff, the deep post stuff to McKnight. Let him run through the zone and let Aikman deliver the ball downfield.
3 wide receivers. Quick drop. Aikman looking end zone. Looking Brazel. And it was broken up by Jason Webster, the rookie corner.
So what is Troy Aikman supposed to do on this one here? I mean, he drops this pass in here right behind the coverage. You know, Webster, I don't know if Webster even got a hand on it. He got his hand up. And there's some more pressure on Aikman. He gets hammered by Bryant Young.
Now 2nd and 10. Aikman to the near side. Caught by Brazel. And he was wrapped up by Webster after a gain of 5.
It's going to be holding against the Cowboys offensive line also. I don't know if it was Eric Williams or Solomon Page, but I saw a defensive lineman get through and then get yanked back.
Holding 79 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
It was Eric Williams. We now send you back to the Fox Network Center and JB.
Kenny and Tim, Eagles looking for their second victory of the season. Look at Brian Mitchell. Does it look like he's lost a step? That's what they claim in Washington. No, he takes it 72 yards to pay dirt. 8th career punt return for a touchdown, 21-7. Jamal Anderson, by the way, left the game with a preliminary diagnosis, twisted right knee. Hasn't been back. We'll keep you updated. Kenny and Tim.
Thanks very much, JB. So Brian Mitchell, who spent 10 years with the Redskins, with the big return as Aikman makes the connection with McKnight for a gain of 24 yards.
It's the same pattern that we've seen Aikman connect with McKnight all day on. It's a deep post pattern.
Well, this is not good news for the Cowboys.
No. You have to remember they lost Galloway. Now they're losing Ismail, who's been limited anyway.
From the 49ers 11. Aikman to the end zone. Jackie Harris, touchdown.
Jackie Harris has the ability as a tight end to make those moves. He makes a break on a cornerback, Emmitt Plummer. And again, the ball is thrown perfectly by Troy Aikman.
First touchdown pass of the season for Aikman. Tim Seder adds the point after. Third touchdown reception of the year for the veteran tight end, Jackie Harris. Now 34-17 San Francisco following the Cowboys scoring drive. Aikman hitting Jackie Harris in the end zone. Kevin Williams, Jonas Lewis back deep, awaiting Micah Noor's kick. Kevin Williams. Out of bounds at the 23-yard line, forced out by Darren Woodson. A 20-yard return by Williams. Well, next week it's
the Cowboys defense. They've got to blitz. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to get the ball back fast.
49ers have not turned it over today. Charlie Garner up the middle. Penalty marker on the play.
That's a face mask. Demetrius Underwood was the guy who had Garner by the face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, 91 defense, 15 yards, automatic, first down.
You may remember Underwood, drafted in the first round by Minnesota last year, then went to Miami. Now part of the defensive line rotation with the Cowboys.
He comes from right where he is, 91. He comes down the line and just reaches out. And when you've got a back with the quickness of Garner, you just grab for anything you can get. But they will call that one every time. You know, again, I mean, this defense has got to do its part as well if the Cowboys are going to have a chance, because the time of possession really has been dominated by the 49ers in that run game.
From the 44, Garner spinning to the 48-yard line. A pickup of 4 yards, 49 yards on the ground. And he's tied his career high with 28 carries today. Second down and 6. Owens in motion. Garner into Cowboys territory on his 29th carry. Picks up 3 more yards. As we are under 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter here in Dallas.
And this 49ers offense has done an outstanding job all afternoon of just bleeding the Dallas defense, just bleeding them to death.
Cowboys coming off that huge emotional win in Washington on Monday night. They had a short week and were focusing on getting back to the 500 mark today. But instead, it looks like the 49ers will win for the first time this season. 3rd and 3. Garcia to Owens for the first down.
Terrell Owens on the reception.
This is just really fine quarterback play by Jeff Garcia. And he drops back. He's got a little bit of a roll, and he throws the ball on the run to Terrell Owens. That's one thing that Garcia can also do. He does a nice job throwing the ball. He's got nice accuracy in the pocket. He also has nice accuracy on the move.
He's 8 for 8 since halftime.
He's had a couple nice runs as well today.
Here's Fred Beasley, the fullback. You know, Garcia grew up in the Bay Area, but he has not seen much of his parents since the season started. His mom called him the other day. He's coming to dinner tomorrow night.
Right, yeah. Mrs. Garcia, you can rest assured. He said Monday night is he'll be there tomorrow night for sure. There you see what a fine second half he's had.
And he should have a big smile on his face.
Well, you know, and it hasn't been easy to follow, again, in the footsteps of a Joe Montana and a Steve Young. There are tremendous expectations from Jeff Garcia. But I think he's done an outstanding job. He really has. He's really developed and learned this offense.
He's distributed the ball well. Garner stopped about a yard shy of the first down marker by Baron Wortham.
You mentioned 3rd down conversions earlier, and today the 49ers have converted 9 out of 13 as they try to do another one. And right now they've had the ball 31, almost 32 minutes to the Cowboys 20 minutes.
3rd down, 1.
Looking to continue the drive, and they do, as Charlie Garner picks up 2 yards for the first down. Greg Clark, the tight end, is shaken up.
You sure about this?
I want everyone to know who I love.
45 remaining. Greg Clark, the injured 49er, their starting tight end.
And he blocks down on the defensive end, Demetrius Underwood, and he got his Underwood's knee hit Greg Clark's the side of his head, so you don't know if it was a concussion type thing or maybe a stinger, you know, where he gets that neck bent and lights up the nerves running down his neck and his shoulder and his arm.
Clark replaced by Justin Swift, young tight end out of Kansas State, who played in NFL Europe with the Frankfurt Galaxy.
Returning to play,
1st and 10 for the 49ers from the Cowboys' 30-yard line. Jeff Garcia 8 for 8 here in the second half. Charlie Garner, the workhorse. Inside the 15, inside the 10, still going. Stopped on the 1. 29-yard pickup for Garner.
Well, the 49ers offensive line opens up a beautiful hole for Charlie Garner, and then that's a nightmare for a defense, because if he gets into open space, he will run through you, he will run around you, he will run under you. And this pretty much puts it away for the 49ers. Look at that hole. I mean, did you see how big that space was?
1st and goal, penalty marker, as Garner takes the handoff into the end zone. But a flag is down.
Prior to the snap, false start. Right tackle offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
That would be Scott Gregg.
So more extracurricular activity following the flag. A frustrated Dallas Cowboys group.
And this defense has been really worn right down to exhaustion. They've been out on the field for a long time. They've given up a lot of yards on the ground. 425 total yards.
First and goal at the 6.
Following the penalty, first and goal from the 6. Garner works his way down to the 3. Charlie Garner with 195 yards rushing today. 3 shy of the team record. Garrison Hurst 2 years ago rushed for 198 yards in a game against the Lions, the 49ers club record. And Garner can tie that mark with a touchdown. 49ers are on the 3-yard line. Cowboys now kick the ball off the line of scrimmage, and flags come flying. One of the Cowboys kicked the ball after it was placed down by the officials.
Darren Woodson better watch out, or he's going to get himself tossed out of here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. 28, defense. He is also disqualified from the game.
So Darren Woodson has been ejected. You see Woodson kicking the ball off the 3-yard line. That was the initial penalty, and then he was ejected after he threw his helmet. So Woodson escorted off to the Cowboys locker room. Made
a good point, though. If Martinez is going to win this fight, he's going
here. And there's Jeremy Newberry, steps right on his groin. Newberry, and I don't think that was intentional either. But Woodson, I think, thought it was.
Down.
That looked like an inadvertent thing, although I could say the 49ers offensive line that I was used to playing against would do that to you intentionally. I say that good-naturedly.
Yes. Frustrating afternoon for Dave Campo. 2nd and goal on the 2-yard line. Garner. Charlie Garner down to the 1. Remember, week 1 and the Cowboys bring the 200-yard mark. A timeout with 4.5 remaining.
Not so good.
Yeehaw. It's not just a new sign. It's a new Midas. Expanded services, new genuine Midas parts, a lifetime guarantee. We're more than muffled.
May have not intended his cheap shot, but this Terrell Owens, watch this here. I mean, that's cheap. I mean, hands right in Laramore's face and grabs his mask, and that should have been a penalty against Terrell Owens.
Second and goal from the 1 upcoming for the 49ers, who lead by 17.
And Steve Mariucci's team, they've really controlled this game much from the 2nd quarter on.
J.J. Stokes in motion. Charlie Garner stopped. No gain on the play. Izell Reese made the tackle And the Cowboys call timeout.
Timeout.
They stop the clock with 4:09 remaining.
Second charge timeout.
Demetrius Underwood right here. And Spellman, I think, was how they got their run defense back on track last week.
Garcia to Owens, touchdown. Owens again heading for midfield. There he goes.
There's going to be a penalty on George Teague because he's going to clock him. Now Teague's going to be kicked out of the game. You know, I got to tell you, I don't blame Teague for doing that. I really don't. You know, Owens started that back early in the game when he scored his first touchdown. He went to the center. And then when Emmitt Smith scored a touchdown, ran it in, he ran to the center. And so Owens was going to show him up again. And Teague just said, the heck with it. This game's over anyway. I'm just going to take a cheap shot at him. I don't like any of it, to be honest with you. You got to have some dignity when you're playing this game.
Owens did it once. Emmitt Smith countered. That should have been the end of it. No reason for Owens to rub it in the Cowboys' face a second time.
Right. Not when you have that kind of a lead.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Tony. Real fast. Dallas, he is qualified.
Yeah, now what? I'll just, because the microphone's not good. They penalized Owens for 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct because of what he did. And
well, why didn't they penalize him for taunting the first time?
Yeah, I don't know. Good question. We'll talk about that later. But and then Teague gets penalized for unnecessary roughness, and he gets ejected. And he doesn't care right now.
Owens should have been penalized for taunting in the first half. Emmitt Smith never would have followed with his for the point after. So with 4:05 remaining in Dallas, the 49ers have extended their lead to 41-17.
Here's Owens, and he just beats Kareem Larimore on this play. He's wide open. The ball delivered perfectly. And you said the antics kind of overshadow the nice pass by Jeff Garcia. And that's where he should have stopped. He should have just stopped and celebrated with Jeff Garcia. Instead, he did that, and then Teague did that.
And the crowd reacts as it's shown on the video screen. But I blame this entire altercation on Owens. He did it once in the first half. Emmitt Smith followed for the Cowboys. 49ers have a huge lead, a 24-point lead, and you know Steve Mariucci he's telling them don't do anything else.
Yeah, he's saying, look, you better have some dignity. You know, we won this game. We came in here. We did what we had to do. Now let's stop it. Boys into passing situations, and then they blitzed him, and they got to Aikman. They rattled him, and their defensive backs had good coverage on a banged-up Cowboys receiver corps.
Penalty marker on the return as Jason Tucker brings it out across the 30. As they trail by 24, Stoerner out of Baytown, Texas, signed as a free agent.
And just so if no one else knows what that means, that's Dave Campo saying, listen, Troy Aikman is going to be the starter next week in Carolina as well. If you think I'm going to replace him, you're wrong.
And a chance to give Stoerner some game action. His first pass incomplete. He was looking for Tucker. And Charlie Garner, 196 yards on the ground. 3 wide receivers set. Stoerner on second down, penalty marker as he is taken down by Cedric Killings. First NFL sack for Killings. 3rd and 16. 3 wide receivers for the Cowboys. Stoerner airing it out. And coming back to make the catch was James McKnight.
Boy, Clint Stoerner just got lambasted, and Julian Peterson is going to get a 15-yard penalty. He's going to get a $7,500 fine.
So a 29-yard pass play plus the 15-yard penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Blow to the head. 98. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Watch it here. I mean, he just launches. He does everything you're not supposed to do. Hits the quarterback in the head, helmet to helmet, launch, a forearm. He violated just about everything you can violate on the new quarterback rules.
A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
Julian Peterson, who picked off a Troy Aikman pass earlier.
Solid, solid.
From the 49ers, 16. Stoerner over the middle. Jackie Harris, touchdown. The first NFL touchdown pass for the 22-year-old rookie, Clint Stoerner.
That was the most effective blitz pickup by the Cowboys offensive line that I've seen all day. 49ers came with the blitz. The offensive line picked it up. Posey right in front of him. There's Schulters, and there's the pickup. And then the pass. The wide open center of the field.
And we thank umpire Scott Dawson for wearing umpire cam throughout today's game. Senior producer of Fox Sports is Bill Brown, and the executive producers of Fox Sports, Ed Gorin and David Hill, as the Cowboys line up for the onside kick. Crunching the numbers, Barry Hockhauser along with Ben Bowman, Mike Eldridge, Mark Cole, and Eric Norton. "17-point lead for the 49ers as the onside kick is bouncing around. Cowboys say they have it. They do.
I think it's Duan Hawthorne who got it. The ball takes a bounce. No, it wasn't Hawthorne. It was Chris Aikens.
Chris Aikens, 29 on the bottom of the pile.
Comes right there. In and out of the hands of Justin Swift.
So the Cowboys go right back to work from their own 42-yard line. They have 1 timeout remaining, 3:18 on the clock. 3 wide receivers set. Clint Stoerner remains in at quarterback. And Stoerner is taken down by Brenson Buckner.
Well, it's a whole different world back there from college at Arkansas State. And the coverage here by Emmitt Plummer is pretty good. And he gets a great jam on James McKnight. Then you see the zone coverage underneath Brazel with the safety over the top.
Stoerner with time, penalty flag, as the pass is caught by Jason Tucker out at the 45-yard line.
Jason Tucker, flags down on the flag.
It's against the 49ers.
Elite 29 defense.
Stoerner on first down with time, and the pass broken up by Jason Webster, who's played a strong game today. And both rookie Michael Wiley. And Wiley takes it up to the 39-yard line. He fumbled, and it looks like the 49ers have recovered. Jason Webster came up with it, the third Cowboys turnover of today's game.
Just kind of taking a bite out of a lemon for an already sour game here for the Cowboys. That ball definitely popped out of there before he was down.
So now the 49ers will look to run out the clock. 2:16 remaining. They lead 41-24. Jeff Garcia, 4 touchdown passes as they look to get Charlie Garner the club record for rushing yards in one game, and he has it. He is the first 49er ever to rush for over 200 yards in one game. Garrison Hurst, the previous record, with 198. As we hit the 2-minute warning from Dallas. 6 carries, 201 yards, a new 49ers record. So congratulations to Charlie Garner, who kept the football following his last carry.
And then a stat you can't keep is how successful Garner's running has made the 49ers passing game, because so many, I think every one of their touchdowns today came off of a play action pass where the fake to the Garner drew the defense up.
Week 1, Eagles here in Dallas scored 41 points, as the Niners have today. Deuce Staley rushed for 201 yards, and today Charlie Garner rushes for 201 yards. Terry Jackson replaces Garner. This is Jonas Lewis, rookie out of San Diego State, his first NFL carry. And a gain of 7 for Lewis. So Lewis and Jackson now in the backfield as the 49ers will run out the clock. San Francisco, 257 yards on the ground. Dominated time of possession. We told you about Garner's numbers, and Garcia threw 4 touchdowns.
And then you see on the other side of the ball, Dallas really unable to run the football. And then the turnovers were the undoing early of Dave Campo's team.
Dallas in Carolina next week, while the 49ers return home. They will host the Arizona Cardinals. And for the 49ers, this is only their 2nd win in their last 16 games, dating back to last season. It'll be a very happy flight back to the West Coast for Steve Mariucci, as his club will win for the first time this season.
And as we've said from the start of this game, the 49ers with a very young defense. They had a tremendous amount of draft picks this year, a lot of high round picks. They drafted almost exclusively for the defense, and they're playing those young guys, and they're had to live with those mistakes. But today that defense played really well, and I thought Jim Mora, the coordinator for the 49ers, blitzed wisely. He blitzed the right blitz at the right time to keep a lot of pressure on Troy Aikman.
So Aikman and the Cowboys drop to 1-3. 49ers also 1-3, as Dave Campo, who picked up his first win as a head coach on Monday night, and the Cowboys lose to the 49ers by the score of 41-24. Tough afternoon for Troy Aikman in his return after missing the last 2 games. So for Tim Green, this is Kenny Albert saying so long from Dallas. We take you to bonus coverage, the Rams and the Falcons, with Pat Summerall and John Madden.